Hi guys, welcome back to OD Simulation Gaming. Welcome back to Train Sim World 5 and a warm welcome to the Isle of Wight guys. We're on the class 483 today. This is an old British Rail class electric loco and it's over on the Isle of Wight. So without further ado, let's just set up the cab for our trip. Master key is in. Turn that to on. Get our reverser key in. We'll put that to forward. Put it on forward 2. We'll put the dead man's handle down. And we'll unlock the doors, guys. So here we go. Here is the 483. So some of us may recall the 483 operating on the London Underground service. These were introduced, I believe, in the late 1960s. I may be wrong there, but don't quote me on that. But anyhow, these vehicles, the 483, was actually one of the oldest passenger trains in Great Britain. I think it probably actually still is. But anyhow, let's release the brakes. And we will get going. Here we are, look. Looking absolutely lovely. Better just put some lights on as well. But we'll put a cab light on, put our headlight on, and our instrument lights on. So yeah, here she is, guys. Just 2 coaches. It's a very short formation. We're going to go from one end of the Isle of Wight up to the other on this particular video. But yeah, isn't it sweet? Really, really sweet vehicle, this. I say vehicle, but you know, train, I should say. But yeah, really cute. Really easy one to control. If you've not tried the Isle of Wight DLC, do take a look, guys. Lovely, lovely vehicle. So as I was saying, this particular train initially was stock for the London Underground, and obviously no longer on the Underground, but yeah, a very interesting train. Love the livery on it, that old Network Southeast livery. Looks absolutely lovely. They've done really, really well there. Right, so let's just coast down to here. So we're coming into Lake now. Just a few 100 feet away from us. Just start applying some brake. There we go, got ourselves down to roughly 30 miles an hour. Don't want to be hitting that platform too quickly. Brake touch too soon there. Brakes are quite sharp on this. That'll do. So welcome to Lake, guys. Lovely scenery here. Just take a moment to just enjoy what they've done here on this particular line. It looks stunning, doesn't it? Really, really sweet. So the 483 initially arrived onto the Isle of Wight in the very late 80s, I think 1989 to be precise. They moved it on the ferry Portsmouth over to Fishbourne, and then it was delivered by road, I understand, from Fishbourne over to Sandown, which we are next station. So let's get down to Sandown, and I believe from Sandown it was then put on the rails, and then hauled all the way down to Ryde. Did a bit of testing in the summer of 1989, and then I think later that year, I think probably into the autumn, they started doing passenger services on it. Just take a moment to enjoy the scenery, guys. Absolutely terrific. I'm not going to race down to Sandown. We'll just happily cruise along here. Really lovely. Right, so here is Sandown. I'm now speeding very, very naughtily. Far too fast. I was busy admiring the scenery. At least that's what we'll blame it on anyway. Here we are. Just going to hop up out the seat, open that door, and climb up here and just grab that camera. Oh, it won't let me grab that camera. Wonder why. Is it because maybe I've already collected it? Maybe. Never mind. Okay, right, let's hop back in. Can I let me back in? There we go. Lovely. Get our bums sat back down. Right. Okay. Oh, need to shut the doors, don't I, of course? That'd be clever. Before we start zooming off. Sorry about that, guys. Nice swing set there in the garden. Washing is out. It is a lovely day here on the Isle of Wight. So, from Sandown, we cruise on up to Brading. Speeding again. There we go. Never mind. So the 483, guys, have you been to the Isle of Wight? Have you been on one of the old 483s? I haven't. In fact, I don't think now the 483 is operating on the island. I think that's come to an end. I think they've probably got a good 30 odd years out of this on the island. Not sure what they replaced it with though. But interestingly, as we go further up the line here, the mist is starting to come in. I wonder whether it's got a little bit nasty out there at sea. We'll have to have a look when we get further up the line. But yeah, look guys, it's definitely gone misty, hasn't it? Which for, you know, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which is what we are in game time, quite unusual. That person had their washing out back up there in the sunshine. Yeah, there she is, look guys, looking lovely. They've got their washing out and all. Can't be that bad a day, can it? People have got their washing out. So here we are, braiding just round the next bend. In the distance there, look. In amongst that mist. Welcome to braiding. Very small little station, very cute, very sweet. Not a lot happening here. One car in the car park. Some nice flowers there on the outside, other side of that fence. Look, there we go. Looking good. Ice cream. Ah, now. If I get up again and hop out. There we go. We've added an ice cream to there. Right. Let's get the brakes off. And we'll get rolling again. So, Smallbrook. A couple of miles up the line. I wonder whether this mist is going to lift for us, guys. Who knows? Certainly not the sunny day we were expecting it to be here on the island. That's for certain. The little horn there. Obviously, not a lot to that horn, but there we go. So the Isle of Wight then, guys. Second largest populated island in England. Largely rural, as you can see out the windows. Lots of agriculture going on, lots of farming. See the island known for its milder climate, some wonderful scenery, and some fantastic landscapes as well. Very, very nice indeed. Incidentally, many moons ago, the island was quite essential in the defence of both Southampton and Portsmouth on that naval front line, particularly during the days of the Spanish Armada. So back in those days where Lord Admiral Nelson was captain of the HMS Victory, the island played a pivotal role in the protection and safety of those two ports at Southampton and Portsmouth. So, Smallbrook Junction up next. Just about a mile or so away from it now. Got a full house on board. Plenty in. We need to just slow down a bit because we are speeding. There we go. We'll just coast. We are going downhill with a little bit of a gradient. Right then, so here we go. Smallbrook Junction line 1. And our next stop will be Ryde St John's, or Ryde St John's Road, in fact. Just slow down here because we're speeding again. There we go. Very easy to do on the 483, particularly downhill. Welcome to Ryde St John's Road, everybody. And by the looks of it, we've got a coach in the station there. Oh dear, I've stopped rather prematurely there, but never mind. Not the end of the world. There's that coach I was telling you about. There you go, look. Engine running. No driver in there. Now, guys, is that popcorn simulation gaming, or is it firm bus gaming? Take your pick. It's one of them, isn't it? Can we see popcorn or firm bus gaming in there? Can't see them. Yeah, meanwhile, here we are, Ryde St John's. Got another 483 on the other platform. Sorry about my stuff stopping there. Ooh, camera. Now, can we hop out the train quickly and grab that? Let's just try and do that, guys, very, very quickly. Up we go, up we go, up we go. Thank you. Just there it is. No. Wonder why it's not letting me grab those then. I'll try and find out. If anyone does know, pop in the comments for me. Let me know. Right, anyway. Let's lock those doors. Release our brakes. And we'll get going. So next up is Ryde Esplanade. Just half a mile up the track. Not far to go at all. Whoopsie daisy. I don't know what I've done there, guys, but apologies. There we go. Little bus depot here, look. Nice little addition. Some warehousing and heavy goods vehicles and containers there, little industrial park. So this is a downhill section of the track, guys. And we're going to be coming up to the tunnel now. Get ourselves back in the cab. And literally as we come out the other end of this tunnel, we'll be pretty much on the doorstep of Ryde Esplanade. This is the inside of the cab, all lit up with our cab lighting. Give you an idea of what this would have been like when it was operating on the London Underground. Here we are. Up the slope. There we are, guys. There is Ryde. The mist has gone. And it looks like it's a nice day here on the Isle of Wight. There's the buses again, ready to pick up all the passengers and take them around the island to their various ports of call. We've got about a 30-second wait here now until we can just finish up on the pier just over there. Not far to go. But for now, guys, just enjoy Ryde, Isle of Wight. And while that is released, Doors are shut. And we're ready to go again. Ready to cross over the water and head on to Ryde Pier. Stunning. Absolutely lovely. And just here, guys, is the end of our line. And we'll open those doors. And we'll let those holiday makers off. And they can enjoy themselves on Ryde Pier. Welcome to Ryde Pier Head, guys. Off they come, look. All heading out for the afternoon. And that's it, guys. That is the Isle of Wight. Thank you so much for joining us on this little journey. Today, we've gone up from Lake all the way up through Sandown, Brading, Smallbrook Junction, Ryde St John's Road, Ryde Esplanade, and Ryde Pierhead Platform 1. Guys, that was the Isle of Wight DLC with the Class 483. Hope you've really enjoyed that. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for us. That would be marvellous. And if you've enjoyed the content, do consider hitting that subscribe button. But for the meantime, I'm Ollie. This is OD Simulation Gaming. We'll see you very soon on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.